don't have to be a husband or a father to hear what we heard just a few days ago and say, that's not right. You just have to be a decent human being to say that's not right.
Well, since the release of the tape, dozens of Republican politicians and lawmakers, as we've said, have jumped off the Trump train. Some of them didn't support Trump to begin with. New polling by the Wall Street Journal and NBC News shows Trump now lags Hillary Clinton by 29 percentage points among white women with four-year college degrees, a group that Mitt Romney won by 6 points in 2012. Now, that said, not all women see Trump's comments through the same lens. Randy Kay tonight reports.
They dined over salad and lemonade and dished about Donald Trump.
It doesn't sound like his voice at all. I had to listen to it 4 times.
These women are all members of Texas Women for Trump and all longtime supporters of the Republican nominee. Seems not even the leaked tape on which Trump is heard bragging about grabbing women's genitals will change that.
How many of you are willing to write this off as locker room banter, as Donald Trump says?
I think
all of you.
I have 2 brothers, my dad, military family. I've heard words worse. I've seen things worse. The word is a little derogatory. I wish, if he had said it, I wish he had said it a different way. But you know what? He wasn't saying it to females. He was saying it to men. Locker room, bus.
I would be offended if a man said that in my presence.
Yeah.
I do find the words offensive, but that's locker room talk. That's the boys' club.
You know, you don't think it says anything about him as a person or what he truly believes about women speaking this way?
I don't. It was just a man being a man in a men's world, talking to men.
At first, some of these women feared the tape would bring down Trump's campaign. But once they heard it was more than a decade old, they thought it no longer mattered.
Lori, should he be judged on something that happened 11 years ago?
I don't think so. He was a non-politician. He was not in the spotlight, not being scrutinized.
Only a couple in the group said they were actually offended. But none of these women believe he'd ever make those same comments today.
He understands the jeopardy and the risk that would be put in place, and he is truly out here to make a difference for our country.
So, I mean, is this kind of a joke to some of you? Like, is it like you don't even?
There are so many other
issues. And I think it's a distraction
It's
that
really
we should really move on.
And you don't even care about it, right? It doesn't even register.
About
the real
This group preferred to talk about how Trump plans to secure the borders, lower their taxes, and defeat ISIS. But the conversation never strayed far from Trump and women.
You all think that he respects women. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
If you can't be respectful of women, you can't raise daughters like he has raised. And those daughters, those girls, are the most self-respected women that I have ever seen on TV.
Why then, I asked, would Trump allow Howard Stern to say disrespectful things about Ivanka, even though Stern meant it as a compliment?
Can I say this? A piece of ass.
What if that was your daughter? Would you be okay with that?
I would not like that, not at all. But I have to look at the core of the man, the individual, and what his passion is.
Even with the first woman on a presidential ballot, these ladies have their minds made up.
Of course that bothers me, but is it going to make me lean towards Hillary Clinton? Absolutely not.
This is the worst dirt they can dig up on this man, then I think he deserves my vote.
And Randy joins me now live from Dallas. Did you get a chance to talk with those women about how they feel about the comments Trump made about Elisa Machado, or is that sort of old news at this point?
No, we talked about all of that and more, Anderson. I asked them what they thought of the comments of him calling her Miss Piggy because of her weight gain, and once again, Anderson, they defended her. They said, you know what, she signed a contract, she was supposed to look a certain way, and she gained weight. And in fact, they said, from their point of view, he tried to help her. He got her a trainer, he got her a gym membership, and they really thought that he was trying to do some good for her. And even when I asked them, well, what about the fact that he then pointed out that she ate everything in sight, really doubling down on his initial comments, and they said to me, well, maybe she did. And there was one former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader in that group, and she said, you know what, I was hired a long time ago to present a certain image, and I had to maintain that image. So she said that Miss Universe should have done the same. And they really do respect Donald Trump, Anderson. They felt they were quick to point out that he has a woman as his campaign manager. They think that's very important, and he has their vote.
Randy Kerr, appreciate it. Thanks. Much more ahead in the second hour of 360, including what Donald Trump says tonight and how his campaign is